public schools to post a copy of the Ten Commandments, which were bought by private funds, up in each room of the school. Seidel, Stone, and many other parents whose children attended public schools in Kentucky filed lawsuit against James Graham, the superintendent of the public schools in Kentucky, because they claimed their children's First Amendment was violated. The state legislature required the notation in small print at the bottom of each display that the secular application of the Ten Commandments is clearly seen in its adoption as the fundamental legal code of the Western civilization and the common law of the United States. Such an avowed secular purpose is not sufficient to avoid conflict with the First Amendment. The overarching question was it unconstitutional to have the Ten Commandments posted in the school, especially when the signs were not funded by the government? This case started in the Kentucky State Court. The state trial court upheld the statute, finding that its avowed purpose was secular and not religious, and that the statute would neither advance nor inhibit any religion or religious group, nor involve the state excessively in religious matters. Next, the Supreme Court of the Commonwealth of Kentucky affirmed by an equally divided court. On November 17, 1980, the Supreme Court voted yes to the question that having the Ten Commandments posted in the school is unconstitutional, with a majority vote of 5-4 per curiam decision in favor of Stone and the other parents. The court used the Lemon v. Kurtzman case to support their decision. There are 3 tests to the Lemon Law. The statute must have a secular legislative purpose. Its principal or primary effect must be one that neither promotes nor inhibits religion, and it must not foster excessive government entanglement with religion. The Kentucky statute violated the first part of the test because the posting of the Ten Commandments lacked a non-religious legislative purpose, thus violating the Establishment Clause. The court also noted that the commandments didn't just confine themselves to typical secular matters like stealing, murder, and so forth, but also encouraged worshiping God and recognizing a Sabbath day. The Supreme Court majority was in favor of petitioner Stone, signifying that posting the Ten Commandments in public schools is unconstitutional because it violates people's First Amendment. The court stated that posting of religious texts on the walls serves no such educational function. If the posted copies of the Ten Commandments are to have any effect at all, it will be to induce the school children to read, meditate upon, perhaps to venerate and obey the commandments.